I'm EZRAH and this is the Manila Times. The Department of Education or DepEd has launched the pilot implementation of the revised kindergarten to grade 10 or K-10 curriculum in the basic education, also called as the Matatag curriculum. Its goal is to improve the country's international score when it comes to science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects. The 2024 national budget deliberations for DepEd's funds has been ongoing, and the agency is set on the mass implementation of the Matatag curriculum in the coming school year. Here with us today is Department of Education's Assistant Secretary and Deputy Spokesperson, ASEC Francis Bringas. Welcome to the Manila Times, ASEC.
Hello, good morning, EZRAH, and good morning to all your viewers and listeners.
Thank you po. Sir, please give us an update of the pilot implementation of the revised K-10 Matatag curriculum and what are your initial assessments?
Well, the pilot study or pilot implementation of the K-10 Matatag curriculum, particularly in kinder, grades 1, 4, and 7, officially started in September 25 in 7 regions and 35 schools nationwide. So we had regions 1, 2, Cordillera Administrative Region, National Capital Region, Regions 7, Regions 11, 12 and 13 with 5 schools each. So after the first week of implementation, we have gathered our initial assessment, and generally ang impressions coming from the regional offices is that very receptive naman yung mga learners, teachers, as well as the school, and even the local government units that supported the pilot implementation. And of course, since this is a new curriculum for the said grade levels, meron tayong mga konting challenges, of course, in the adjustment of the class programs or class programming because of the change in the time allotment. So, but the adjustments have been made, and we are all smoothly going on with our second week of implementation. And generally, our teachers were confident, dahil nagkaroon naman tayo ng ating malawakang training and orientation for teachers who will be involved in the pilot, including school personnel and division personnel who will be monitoring and assessing the implementation.
Sir, tell us po, what does the new Matatag curriculum aim to achieve by the end of its pilot implementation, bago po yung malawakang implementasyon ng bagong curriculum?
Yeah, the very purpose of the pilot implementation is really to try it out in the different typologies of schools, given na 35 lang yung ating pilot, and para makita natin if there will be some gaps and challenges and issues that need to be addressed prior to its nationwide implementation. So we are looking at the result of the research that would tell us kung ano ang kailangan i-improve, ano ang kailangan i-adjust, at anong kailangan mga interventions na gagawin para smooth and seamless yung magiging transition natin by next school year.
Sir, you also mentioned that the teachers training for the new curriculum is finished na po.
Yeah, for the participating schools, but definitely prior to the nationwide implementation by next school year, we will have mass training for all teachers in kinder grades 1, 4, and 7, because they have to be familiar and oriented with the new curriculum guides, including our lesson exemplars, learning activity sheets, and hopefully our new textbooks.
Sir, opo, when is the, if ever, the training of the teachers, the mass training of the teachers for the new curriculum, if ever, sir? When's the target?
The mass training will probably happen in the school year break, that is July. So in preparation for the August opening, but definitely within the school year, we will be conducting series of orientations as well to these teachers, school personnel, and other SDO personnel.
Thank you so much for that information po, ASEC. So before we end po, tell us about DepEd's plan on allocating funds for learners with disabilities in the 2024 national budget. And how much would it be?
Yung ating, dati ang original na pangalan nitong Learners with Disabilities na pondo natin is SPED. Ngayon, tinawag na siyang SNED, the Special Needs Education. It is in our budget at nakapaloob dyan lahat ng mga kailangan nila like instructional materials, learning devices. We also have in our budget outside the SNED, meron din tayo dyan budget for the integrated learning resource centers. That is the former SPED centers that we have, and by law we have to in all municipalities we will have to establish integrated learning resource centers kung saan nandito lahat yung mga services natin para sa ating mga learners with special needs, no? So lahat ng plantilla kailangan maibigay natin yan. So we are just finishing our IRR for the implementation of that law. But even before the law on inclusive education, meron na tayong talagang policy on inclusivity in the department that gave way to the conversion of our SPED schools into integrated learning resource centers.
Very well said, Asik. Lastly po, to confirm, the DepEd will no longer change the term Diktadurang Marcos in the curriculum. Is that correct po?
Well, it is still in the curriculum na yung pag-remove ng name ng Marcos dun sa diktadurang Marcos. Again, we have repeatedly explained that that is not changing the facts or the history that we have, but it's simply a manner of presentation in the framing of the new curriculum that is thematic in essence.
All right, thank you, Asik. And just to repeat on what you said, the pilot implementation of the revised K-10 Matatag curriculum is going very well, and trainings of teachers will be done before the mass implementation. And there's definitely funds for learners with special needs. Thank you so much, Department of Education Assistant Secretary and Deputy Spokesperson, Asik Francis Bringas. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, EZRAH.